Good afternoon. It's the Patrick Netherton Show.
Voice of the Demons, right?
Yes.
Touchdown, Demons!
Brined, marinated, or dry rubbed, it's sports the way you like it.
Sports Center top 10 right there!
Talking to the biggest names, bringing you the best interviews.
He actually smokes his beans.
Thank you, Mr. Know-It-All.
The cooler is full and the brisket is resting.
Just a nice little pull and it comes right apart. That's perfect.
We eat ribs with this dude.
Here's your master of ceremonies, the Kansas City Barbecue Society certified expert,
Throw the fade, looking for Ferguson. Got it!
Patrick Netherton.
13-yard touchdown. Demons are back in it. And good afternoon. We welcome you into the Patrick Netherton Show right here on 1130 The Tiger. Very pleased to have you with us. Excited you're along for the ride. Looking forward to a good day of sports talk radio. Or napping. One of the two. Lord knows Raj and I could both use a nap right about now. We went and hit the Johnny's Pizza Buffet pretty hard, and now it's hitting us back. Yeah, it's definitely knocking us out. We want to. I literally want to be in bed right now. There's no doubt about it. But I guess if I got to do a radio show, I got to do equipment malfunction. I guess we got to go. Nobody can hear me. Raj, God bless Steve Spurrier. I just saw this tweet, and I wanted to get to it while I was thinking about it. Some random woman who was I guess she was a Gators fan. I don't know. She walked up to Steve Spurrier, and she said, "I just told Steve Spurrier that my dad is a Florida State fan." While I anticipated getting slapped upside the head with the paper he had rolled in his hand, instead he said, "Tell your dad that Willie Taggart's a great coach. FSU should offer him a 10-year extension." God bless Steve Spurrier. Oh, he is the best. He's just the best. That's all there is to it. We got a schedule change, Raj, right off the top. All right. Dennis Dodd from CBS going to join us at 4 o'clock now. 4 o'clock. I had put out that it would be 3:15, but he needed to move some stuff back, so he moved it back 4 o'clock. So there you go. Dennis Dodd, CBS. We'll talk a lot of college football with him. Obviously, we'll continue to talk about the Saints. We'll continue to talk about the Cowboys with all of you. More Teddy Bridgewater / Taysom Hill discussion that we need to get into. Rodgers astutely pointing out that Teddy Bridgewater is no longer the highest paid backup quarterback in the NFL. We'll discuss that. That was news earlier today. So, got a lot of things to discuss. Some college football. Much better slate of games in college football this week than last week. You actually got Notre Dame, Georgia in there. You got Michigan and Wisconsin in there. You got some games that are worth looking at in this week's slate of college football. Not so much last week. Although, again, Raj, I stopped watching the LSU game after the first quarter. I'm assuming Northwestern State ended up winning.
You know what? I need to check that box score real quick.
Yeah,
Hold on. I'll be right back.
You think I would have checked it by now, but I haven't. So that's my bad there. It's my bad. But we're very pleased to have you with us and hope you will have a good time with us. Text us, call us, be a part of the show. Yesterday was great. We had a ton of texts and calls. That was nice. We certainly appreciate that. And we hope that you will do the same thing again today, because Raj, I keep hearing Saints fans, and today's show is really going to be about, Raj, is going to be about not overreacting. I know we kind of have a play overreaction Monday sort of thing, and especially after the first week of the NFL, but now 2 weeks in, and the overreactions are still coming. And I just need everyone to slow your roll a little bit. Just calm the bleep down, everyone.
You know what? I can't believe you're going in this direction because
Okay.
I kind of felt the same way. I just didn't know how to bring it up.
Yeah.
So while you're doing that, I think there's one perfect good way for everybody just to stop, listen, and let's just think about something else.
Okay.
And give me just a few minutes to talk about my personal Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
Go for it.
And how if you give your life over to him,
right,
it won't matter when Drew Brees hurts his hand.
I just wonder, Raj, if okay, let me share a personal story with you, Raj. I think you'll enjoy
Please,
this.
testimonial.
Well, this is so this has to do with the Lord. So Raj,
Is it Lord Hester
no,
actually the Lord?
The Lord.
The Lord.
Raj, there is a particular place that I eat. I'm not going to name names because I don't want to get anyone in trouble, okay? But there's a particular restaurant that I eat at reasonably. Okay, there you go. Good for me to know. Yeah. So there's one particular place I eat pretty regularly.
Okay.
You know, and there's
you've got your go-tos.
I got like 6 places that I eat pretty regularly.
Handful go-to, yeah,
right.
At least a handful.
Well, for Alfonseca, that's a handful.
Wow.
For Antonio Alfonseca.
Wow.
6.
Ugh.
So I have it's in the rotation, okay? I frequent it, frequently. I allow myself to introduce myself.
And the NFL league?
The NFL league and the ATM machine. So there's one place that I go,
man.
and a lot of times I'll show up on Sundays. I don't know why. Like Sunday is a good day for me. I go, I hang out. I eat food. I drink drinks, Diet Coke, obviously. But I just kind of it's a way for me to. Usually I'm coming back late after a road trip, or I get back at 2:30 in the morning from LSU, or I'll get back from I'll get back from Northwestern at 11 o'clock. And so it's just, I like going there. So anyway, they have a church discount, Raj, where if you show up and you bring your church bulletin, that you'll get like a 15% discount or whatever. Well, when I go to this particular place, I have not come from church. I've just come from home. But the server that takes care of me always gives me the church discount. So one time the server came over and we were just chatting or whatever, and him or her, she or he, said, how's everything going? I said, let me ask you a question, person of unknown gender that I will not disclose so as not to incriminate anyone. Let me ask you a question. Do you think when I die, I'm going to roll up to the pearly gates and St. Peter's going to be there, right, letting everyone in or whatever, and he's going to go, do you know how many times you use the church discount on Sundays at that one particular restaurant when you didn't go to church that day? Sorry, we can't let you in. You use the church discount. It's like using the Lord's name in vain, Raj. I use the Lord's name in vain in getting a discount on my food on Sundays.
No, you've hit commandment area. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's coupon.
Yeah.
And discounts.
Yeah. So
well now if you're gonna, I'm not gonna stop there then.
Okay.
Does the server now go to hell with you?
Well, that's the other thing, and I don't know what him or her I don't know what I don't know what's going on for them either.
Wow.
Because they're in on it.
Y'all may burn together.
We might go up like a burning piece of steak that Raj would want to eat. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know what the scenario is. I don't know if bad things are going to happen when I get done. They're going to be like, yeah, you lived a pretty good life. You were charitable. You were nice to people, and you helped folks out when they needed help, and you didn't do anything terrible. You didn't go out of your way to you didn't murder anybody or anything. And so we would have let you in, but there were all those church discounts that you got on Sundays at that one particular spot in Shreveport, Bossier.
That counted as double sin.
That's right. So can't let you in. Enjoy the warm place.
Well, then I really do think this is the perfect time for me to talk to you about my personal Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
This might be the time.
You need his forgiveness now more than ever.
Right. There's no doubt about that. Yeah. So I often wonder, Raj, is me taking the church discount illegally going to in some way keep me from moving on? I don't know. I don't know, Raj.
That's a burden I would not want to have worry my soul.
That's It's a pretty tough one to hang on to. I can tell you that. So we shall see. Anyway, though, Dennis Dodd is who is a saint just for coming on this show. Dennis Dodd will join us at the top of the hour. We're going to talk a little college football. We'll talk more NFL, of course. We'll get through that. But Raj, not only did I have to worry about my church discount on Sundays, but also I got to reveal I don't want to call it embarrassing because I don't think I'm embarrassed by it that much, but I would say a potentially embarrassing fact to my father today. So Raj and I mentioned earlier, we're chowing down on the Johnny's Pizza Buffet, which is right next to the station. I had to come in and record the Bob Griffin Radio Show. I'll be the guest on the Bob Griffin Radio Show at 5:30 on our sister station, News Radio 710 Keel /101.7 FM. And so we knew we were going to record that, so we came up here. I bebopped up here, grabbed Rogers. We went over, ate the Johnny's Pizza Buffet. My dad calls. Well, my dad Buster still uses the post office right over here for his P.O. box. He still goes to the Pines Road post office. I don't know why his office is in Bossier. I guess it's just easier than moving it. So he comes over to the Pine, and he calls me. Where you at? Johnny's Pizza off Pines Road. Well, hell, I'm right on Pines Road, just going back to go get my mail. I was like, well, come over and say hello. So he walks in, Rogers, but he didn't know what he was walking into. He walks into my low-carb dieting where I basically just, because it's a buffet, I have unlimited slices of pizza, so I feel okay doing it. Because if I just had a large pizza in front of me or a medium or whatever, I'd probably just eat crust and all because I don't know that I'd get full on just toppings if I only had, one pizza in front of me. Well, at the buffet, I've got unlimited pizza until 1:30. So I'll grab a slice, and Raj has watched me do this countless times. I grab a slice, I take a fork, I scrape all the toppings off. Like I'll get 3 or 4 pieces of pepperoni. I'll scrape all the toppings off, and then I've got a nice big mound of cheese and pepperoni and a little bit of sauce. It's delicious. Well, what that means is you start to leave a gargantuan pile of crust. Like it looks like when you drive on 220, Raj, and you go by the old landfill, and the thing is like 600 feet in the air. That's what my crusts look like. They look like a landfill. Well, it doesn't embarrass me. I know it looks kind of awkward and weird, but it doesn't embarrass me because, honestly, I'm doing it for the right reasons. I'm doing it to cut carbs out of my diet. Even though I'm eating, 40 slices of pizza, technically I'm just eating the toppings off 40 slices of pizza. Well, Dad rolls in, Buster rolls in, and he walks up to the table, and there are, 15 slices of crust just sitting there just stacked up on plates right in front of me. And he doesn't know what the hell's going on. He doesn't have any idea what's happening, so he kind of freaks out about it.
They served y'all pizza with no toppings?
Yeah. Well, he didn't realize it was a buffet either.
And at first he thought that was my plate.
Right. Well, he should have known better than that.
I was like, I got 2 pieces here and a salad.
Yeah.
I look like I could eat that.
By the way, I did eat a salad as well.
No, yes, you always top it, and a Diet Coke.
Right. So, but it's, when you're low-carb dieting, that's the kind of stuff you have to do. You have to go in and eat. Now, I did have, I think, 2 or 3 slices where I ate the whole thing, except I don't ever eat the end crust. Like at the very end. I don't know why. I like the toppings. I don't necessarily like just the crust. So I leave the ends always. But then I've started getting to where when I'm doing low carb, I scrape all the toppings off and I leave the whole crust. So it's literally a slice of pizza with nothing on it. Just a slice of bread, of dough with nothing on it. And a little bit of tomato sauce. Yeah, still steaming sometimes. Well, Buster walked in on that. Like he caught me when I was a teenager or something. Ed Hardy said the keto diet people are trying to find your cell number for show sponsorship. Hey, bring it on. I'm all about it. I'm an old school Atkins dieter from way back. And Ed Hardy said that's actually a brilliant idea. Well, I'm full of brilliant ideas, Ed Hardy. You should know this. If you want an Atkins or keto diet, keto is the new thing. Keto is just Atkins warmed over with a few changes in the rules. But I've been doing Atkins for a long time. I used to be 90 pounds heavier than I am now. I still need to lose 40, 50 more, like if I wanted to really be healthy. And that's hard, man. That's hard. It's hard to get up off my butt and go get in the gym and get a walk in or go pump some iron, whatever. It's hard. I don't have good self-discipline when it comes to that. But I have reasonable self-discipline when it comes to food. And that's why, honestly, Raj, barbecue is terrific for that. Because with the exception of the sauce, which typically will have some sugar in it, you're not getting a ton of carbs out of barbecue. Now, sometimes the rub will have a little sugar in it, or like I said, the beans might have some sugar in them. The sauce may, but it's overwhelmingly protein when you go eat at a place. Now, you have to stay away from the potato salad or the mac and cheese or any of that stuff. But, yeah, I mean, the keto diet is just Atkins. I've been doing that forever, off and on. I try to do it when I can. And so, yeah, Raj, I kind of had your parents walked in on you when you're 15. You forgot to lock the door. Well, my dad walked in on me as I'm shamefully eating the toppings off of pizza crusts. And there you go. But it's a great value. It's a great deal. It's, the buffet is very affordable. So anyway, that was my story of shame today. Although, again, I'm not, as you know, Raj, I don't shame very easily. I don't have a lot of shame in my life. Like, I don't, it's just not who I am. I mean, I've done some ridiculous things on camera before, and it just doesn't bother me. I don't care. I'm willing to do weird things from time to time if it means that you can get some quality content out of it, or something's funny, or that kind of thing. I'm definitely willing to do that. So that was our adventure for today. And now Rogers and I both want to take a nap. That's where we are right now. We are some napping fools as we speak.
I mean, if we could have started the show like right when we got back.
Yeah.
Or
we should have recorded the whole
while
show,
we were
Rogers.
doing the Bob thing.
Yeah.
We should have just went ahead and stayed in record mode. We could have been out of here right now.
Should have just recorded the whole show. It would have been tough for folks to text in.
Yeah.
I'd have been at home fielding texts, although I wouldn't have. I'd have been asleep right now.
Yeah.
I'd be in bed. All right, so it is the Patrick Netherton Show. It is 11:30 The Tiger. We're definitely pleased to have you with us. A lot of ways that you can be in touch with the show, stay in touch with the show, get in touch with the show. All you have to do is, one way, log on to Facebook. Go to facebook.com/Netherton Show, or just look up Netherton Show on Facebook. And if you do, again, like the page, follow the page, tell your friends, share it. Let's get some people involved. Let's let some people know that this show's out here. We're bringing you big guests. Today's the day, Raj. I just want to re-air Orgeron. I want to re-air Drew Brees. Can we re-air Drew Brees from the summer?
I've got it somewhere, probably.
Yeah. No, we're not doing that.
Not doing that?
No,
oh, man.
I wish we could.
Do we have anything?
Yeah, trust me, I wish we could.
Something that might be generic?
How did you get Rockin' Rogers away from the beer garden there? We have to understand, Ed Hardy, Rogers doesn't drink anymore for lunch because he's got the show in the afternoons. So when Rogers starts to consume his, what was it you said, 6 beers, half a dozen, what did you say?
Yeah.
Yeah, 6 beers?
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all believe that, all right? When Raj starts to consume his 6 beers, it doesn't begin until after he gets home at like 5:30.
Now, you talk about a big, big adjustment.
Yeah.
That was years and years and years of lunch and not having anywhere to go, and I could start just blowing it out at noon.
Yeah.
Now, I've done learned coming back to the station with red eyes and blowing beer on people doesn't quite work anymore. It's a little harder to make it back to work and stay through the day. When I was younger, no big deal. Yeah, now I have made a vow. Oh, and believe me, the places we go to lunch, the look on those people's faces when I had to say no, and most of them usually start bringing me the beer before we even sit down, that I had to start, no, I can't. And they really did. They thought I was kidding for a while, but now they realize, no, I've committed no drinking during lunch because I have to go back to work.
Yeah. John says artificial sweeteners cause you to crave carbs. Well, I've been drinking artificial sweeteners my whole life in Diet Coke, and it honestly but again, I've been doing this for a long time. Like I've been off and on low carbing it for a long, long time. So I don't really get the same cravings. Like I don't have a real big sugar craving. I really don't. I just have sugar's never really done anything for me. So just not something that's ever bothered me. Just not something I've ever dealt with at any point in time. So again, go to the Facebook page, facebook.com/Netherton Show. That is a great way for you to be involved in the show. We hope you will join us. Matthew says, love the shirt. Patty like Wingy. You dang right. For those that don't know that aren't watching on Facebook Live, I got my Callahan brake pad division. This shirt, Rogers, you know when this shirt was made? 1998 was when this shirt was made. It was my junior year of college. And we were going and being a part of a 3-on-3 basketball tournament in Arkansas. And one of my buddies who, Raj, this dude is a little bit shorter than I am and probably about 1.5 of me wide. Like, he's a big, big boy. All right. He's also a great dude. Love the dude to death. Well, he actually came in and he actually smokes his beans. I just hear myself saying that in the intro. That I don't know why that made me think of it. Anyway, he actually took this. He worked at a sporting goods store. So he took this and he made this shirt. And on the front, it's the Callahan brake pad division. He's got the Callahan logo, brake pad division in green. The only reason I don't wear this shirt more is because the back has a number and my nickname in college, which was Big Dog. That was my nickname in college. Oh, you never seen that? Look, Raj.
I have never noticed that.
Yeah, shirt's got Big Dog and the number 19 on the back of it because they were jerseys basically for us to play in a basketball game. And so I don't wear this often when I'm out bebopping around. I typically tend to wear this just when I'm hanging out at the house. But I love it. It's super comfortable, and I actually like wearing it on camera because everyone knows the Callahan brake pad division. Yes, and Patrick like wingy. There's no doubt about that. Tommy likey. Tommy want wingy. Right. I know. I got the meat lovers in the trunk. Don't have to worry about that. You know where the weight room is? It's all right. I'll find it. Come on, Tommy, scram. Yeah. You got to scratch your pec while you're at it. You got to scratch. You know where the weight room is? It's all right. I'll find it. That's all right. I'll find it. Yeah. That movie is unbelievable. So good. Anyway, so again, go to the Facebook page, facebook.com/Netherton Show. Click like, follow, tell your friends. We highly encourage you to spread the word because, again, we bring you fun and frivolity. We bring you barbecue. We bring you food. We bring you Raj, we still have to do the Impossible Whopper probably sometime this week, I think, where I'm gonna have Raj go pick up a regular one and an Impossible Whopper made the same way. And I'm tempted to not do it live on the air, but I think I have to do it live on the air. I don't like chewing on. I don't like any of that, but we'll do it, and I'm going to see if I can make that happen. Jay said, "What? No fat guy in a little coat?" Well, of course, I have. How many times do you think I've put on my friends' coats that are too small and sang that, Jay? I mean, come on, man. That's a regular bit. Fat guy in a little coat.
Don't you do it. Don't do it,
Richard.
man.
And then, of course, now I will say this. I haven't shown up at the door of any of my friends' rooms wearing a little, like, Speedo bikini bottom type thing.
Housekeeping.
Yeah. What kind of hotel is this? Anyway, I have not done that as of yet. But, yes, I have 100% done fat guy in a little coat. I have done that multiple times to multiple friends. Luckily for them, I have not fallen. I have not gone all the way through with it. I've not followed through and ripped the thing. But I have, especially when I see someone especially as someone who's really like my sister. My sister's 4'11", and she's just a small person. So I'll see like she has a little bitty coat, and I'll just try to put my arm in it and see it never works. Never works. It's not good. Anyway, find us on Facebook Live. You can also find us on Twitter at Netherton Show. That's the Twitter page for the show. You can also find that dude over there at Hey Boy Rogers, and I am at PT Netherton. At PT Netherton. You can also find the app. Download the app. Great stuff. We continue to give away tickets to every home game. Tigers are on the road at Vanderbilt, back home for Utah State the following week. So that's the next set of tickets we're giving away. So make sure you download the 1130 The Tiger app. Get the notifications turned on, so that way when it comes time to give away tickets to see Utah State and LSU at home, you can make sure that you get the notification to go ahead and enter. And again, that's courtesy of Office Furniture Source. Do I have to scream Office Furniture Source? I always ask that. Do I have to Martin Growl that thing? It is, Officer, I don't know if I have to scream that thing or not. Nah, it does hurt. I need I've talked a lot, by the way. Basically the last 10, no, not 10 days, probably about the last 10 days, I've talked a lot more than I'm used to. Nevertheless, we move on. And I've had to fight off people turning the lights off on me in the hot and press box. I'm going to tell that story today. I forgot to tell it yesterday. It's pretty hilarious. And I think I rolled with it pretty well. I'm not the kind that gets. I did want to just turn around and yell at somebody, but you can't do that when you're on camera live. You can't make that happen. Nevertheless, you can you get all kind of opportunities to follow the show. Get the app. The app is fantastic. HD audio, all that stuff. And again, you'll have the opportunity to win tickets to all of LSU's home games. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that man over there, ladies. Yes, that's him.
The lollipop Gil, the lollipop Gil, the lollipop Gil, and in the name of the lollipop Gil, we wish to welcome you to Munchkin Land.
Hey, boy!
Hey, boy.
You sleepy, Raj?
Yeah.
I'm too, man. Whew. I just need a nap.
Yeah.
That buffet will do it to you. It's great though, and it's cheap. It's a hell of a deal.
Good deal. Yeah, there's a couple little buffet places around here that are good deals. That, oh man, it's really good. But when all of a sudden you realize, man, I still got 6 hours to go, and it's kicking in, wanting to take that nap.
Come on, man, 6 hours. We're done in an hour and a half.
No,
Now
I'm
we're
talking
out
about
here.
since we've eaten.
Oh.
I still got 6 more hours to go.
No kidding. No kidding.
I've been here since 4:30.
Do you feel confident, Raj, that you can pull off the Impossible Whopper challenge for me? That you can make it. You'll know which one's which.
Yeah.
You can keep good. Because I know you don't want to try it.
No.
Well, especially
from what I understand, they're each in a different color wrapper, so I'll make sure I have like two plates, and I'll either I'll
just unwrap them.
Yeah,
just make sure you know
they're
which
unwrapped,
ones.
and what I'll do is I'll like tape like the wrapper to the bottom of the plate. That way, when it's over, kind of like ta-da, the big reveal.
There you go. By the way, I don't know. I think you saw this that most of the ingredients in the Impossible Whopper are also the same things that are in dog food or cat food or something. So that's pretty hilarious. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Hey, look, I'm not gonna say I'll try anything once, but
no.
But something like this, I'll definitely try.
Yeah.
I'll make that play. Let's see. X-Ray Ben jumps in and says, if you do the Whopper versus the Impossible Whopper, do it as close to 5 as you can to get Gonzo and Boomer's takes. I don't care what Boomer and Gonzo think. Hell, they probably don't even eat those things. Knowing those two, I'm sure they probably don't even eat it. Ed Hardy said, is Greg down the hall? By the way, Ed Hardy, we call him the big boss man. That's boss man. Is Greg down the hall going to have that statement of the opinions of the show, not the opinions of the station, concerning his new partner, Martin Growl? No, I don't think so, because we're not letting Martin Growl give opinions. We're merely just letting him give us tickets. He's sponsoring a ticket promotion. I do not believe
anything after that is nothing to do with us.
Yeah.
I mean, we are in charge of helping push the sports end of it. What schedule he buys is that's so far above my pay grade. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. Cookie Man posts a meme of Tommy Boy saying, I have what the doctors call a little bit of a weight problem.
In quotes?
Yeah.
My God.
Yeah. I take bear claws 2 at a time, and they get stuck right here.
You can put anything you want to keep cold in there, Tommy Boy.
That's right. Anything you want to keep cold. Oh, that movie is so eminently quotable.
It's up there. It's up there with Airplane. It's up there. Yeah, it's up there.
All right, and by the way, before we run off for our first break.
Hey, right on time.
I do want to say, if you do want to be a part of the show, we are still taking sponsorships. We don't have any yet. We'd love for you to be a part of the show. Let me help you grow your business by putting you on a 50,000-watt station. Look, here's the thing. Here's what I tell everyone. Sponsor the guest line. You know why? Because when I talk to Ed Orgeron, every time I reset, we're talking to Ed Orgeron on the Hampton Unlimited guest line, right? So, and then that goes up on YouTube, and it gets shared all over the place. It goes up on the Facebook page. So help us help you get your business name out there. If you want to sponsor it, hit me up. Hit the text line, 657-0426, 6570-HAM. Send us a note. Send us a note on Facebook. Send us a direct message on Twitter. However you want to get in touch with us, get in touch with us, and let's let some businesses get their name out there and tell some folks exactly what all is going on. We'd love to have you on board on the Patrick Netherton Show. Can be a part of me trying to figure out if I can figure out the Impossible Whopper versus the regular Whopper. We'll see if I can make that happen. Maybe I can, maybe I can't. I don't know. We'll find out maybe one day this week. So get in, holler at us. Phone number to call in for the show, 318-320-1130, 318-320-1130. Text us, 318-657-0HAM, 318-657-0426. It's the Patrick Netherton Show. Coming up at 4 o'clock, we'll talk to Dennis Dodd from CBS, a little college football conversation with him. And, of course, we'll have an opportunity to chat with you about Taysom Hill, Teddy Bridgewater. It is all kind of good stuff. So holler at us on the Patrick Netherton Show.
Since you've been gone, I feel my life slipping away.
You may have noticed that in commercials these days you hear a big % off or a big dollars off MSRP, but you rarely hear what is the price. So at Chevyland, we are offering you a 2019 Chevrolet Silverado Crew Cab Custom Edition with 20-inch aluminum wheels, with 4G LTE Wi-Fi, with locking rear differential, and a great-looking truck for just $29,995. That's over 22% off MSRP. So whether you want to shop online at Chevyland.com or come by the dealership at 7500 Erie Drive, we do business the way that you want to do business because we care about you.
Join Mark Patrick Hypnosis and lose all the weight, 100% money back guaranteed.
After this hypnosis, I want to eat good food.
I can honestly say I have not had one potato chip.
And I don't think about desserts like I used to.
I lost a total of 83 pounds.
It's easy, it's fun, very relaxing, and very successful.
And I would just say go for it.
And only $49.99 guaranteed. Allow hypnosis to destroy unwanted cravings, late-day eating binges, boredom eating, stress eating. Also stop smoking with Mark Patrick Hypnosis. No matter how many times you tried to quit, hypnosis is designed to destroy your desire to smoke without cravings, irritability, weight gain, or your money back. Join the over 500,000 others who have attended and stopped smoking the Mark Patrick way. That's right, Seminar Sunday, September 22nd at the Shreveport Wyndham Garden Hotel. Weight loss seminar 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Stop smoking seminar 2 to 4 p.m. And Monday, September 23rd at the Marshall Lyons Community Center. Weight loss seminar 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. Stop smoking seminar 8 to 10 p.m. More info at markpatrickseminars.com.
O'Reilly. Protect your engine with 5 parts of Castrol Edge full synthetic motor oil and a Wix filter for just $33.99. Plus, get a $15 gift card after mail-in rebate. You can also earn bonus O Rewards points on Castrol Edge motor oil products right now at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices every day. Limit supply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
The Starlight Lounge presents An Evening with the Progressive Box.
I took a bit of a risk singing that song, but of course the one place I never take chances is the road, where Progressive Snapshot rewards your safe driving. A good driver plus Snapshot equals big discounts. And speaking of math, 1 + 1 = 2, little too late.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Snapshot not available in California, North Carolina, or from all agents.
Don't put your life on the line when you dig. Do what the pros do. Respect the marks. Dig with care. And before you dig, call 811. Louisiana One Call.
Great news from Sprint. The wait is finally over. The all-new Samsung Galaxy Note 10 has arrived. Get the power of performance and productivity for 50% off with a Sprint Flex lease. That's right. Get the Galaxy Note 10 for less than $20 per month. With its amazing features like intelligent all-day battery and super fast charge, you'll have the power that lasts more than your day with just minutes of charge. But it doesn't stop there. You can also experience the power of the S Pen, which combines air gestures, remote photos, and handwriting to text all in one magic wand. And when you switch, you'll get Sprint's 100% total satisfaction guarantee. Try it for 30 days, love it, or get your money back. To learn more about the Galaxy Note 10, visit your local Sprint store, sprint.com/Galaxy Note 10, or call 800-SPRINT1 today.
$19.79 a month after $19.80 monthly credit applied within 2 bills with approved credit 18-month lease and new line of service. If you cancel early, remaining balance due. Excludes tax, coverage, and offer not available everywhere. $30 activation fee and restrictions apply. Guarantee applies to new lines. Select exclusions apply.
Men, for some of us, intimacy is over quicker than we or our partners would like. This may be due to a condition known as PE. PE is not a sign of weakness. It's a true medical condition that can lead to avoidance of intimacy and strained relationships. Unfortunately, there are no FDA-approved treatments for PE, but doctors in Shreveport are hoping to change that and are conducting a research study of an investigational medication hoped to treat it. So if intimacy ends much sooner than you'd like it to, why not learn if you're eligible to participate in this study at absolutely no cost to you? Visit lastlongerstudy.com or call 318-506-0010 to learn more. Your call will be handled discreetly by a medical professional. 318-506-0010. 318-506-0010.
If it's LSU sports, it's on 1130 The Tiger.
Hey, man, I like it to be my high school football number, 34 degrees. Celsius or Fahrenheit? I don't know. What do those mean? I don't know either. We're going to the metric system soon. Book it. I know who we can call to find out. AccuTemp, 861-2255, 861-2255.
Let's get to the meat of the matter with producer Rogers Hampton.
Hey, boy!
Here's your master of ceremonies, Patrick Netherton.
Welcome you back to the Patrick Netherton Show right here on 1130 The Tiger.
In a dream, I don't know which way to go. Let me say with you.
He's Rogers Hampton. I'm Patrick Netherton. We are pleased to have you with us. By the way, we had a text right before the break. Draco, when I was talking, I was look, if you want to be a sponsor on this show, come on. I think it's a good deal. We get amazing guests. We've got your opportunity to go and be a part of something, a 50,000-watt blowtorch. By the way, Raj, Chad Morris, head coach of the Arkansas Razorbacks, is going to join us this week. Probably we'll air that on, I think we're working on a time, so probably Friday, I think, is when we're going to ultimately do it. We might do it Thursday. I'm not sure yet. We're still working out of time, but they said they think he'll be available later this week. So Chad Morris is going to join us. So, again, you're talking about a show that's getting better guests than anyone else is getting in this market. So why not be a part of it? Well, Raj, I mentioned, hey, sponsor the show or whatever. And Draco said, in other words, your great show is losing money. Well, here's the thing, Raj. It ain't losing my money. Now, it's losing somebody's money, somebody being Dear Leader in the morning. But it ain't losing my money at this point. So, but I want all of us to get I want all of us to get rich, Raj. I want the companies that sponsor my show to get rich because you're reaching all new audiences you've never had before. I want to get rich because you're paying me to help you reach audiences you've never reached before. That's what we're here for. We're here to make everyone money, Raj. That's what we're here for. I want to make it rain on Rogers Hampton. Just I don't know why. I'm not sure why I said that, but nevertheless. Anyway, we welcome you in. We hope you're having a great day. Let's talk Taysom Hill versus Teddy Bridgewater. And again, Raj, we go back to yesterday. And again, if you want to call the show, 318-320-1130, 318-320-1130. Or if you want to text the show, 318-657-0HAM, 318-657-0426. Dennis Dodd will join us in about 20 minutes. And we'll talk a lot of college football with Dennis Dodd. I'm going to be very interested to see if the Saints make any sort of quarterback move in the 6 weeks that they're going to be without Drew Brees, because they really have and have had 3 quarterbacks on their roster, even though Taysom Hill is not technically a quarterback. He's the, what did you call him, the switchblade?
Yeah.
The
I call it
switchblade.
the switchblade because, man, you don't know if it's going to come out at you or
Right.
if it's a stiletto, it's just going and it's over.
Either way, it's going to hurt.
And then if he brings out the Swiss Army knife, dude, you just get out of the way.
I mean, just wait till he pulls a toothpick out. Or those little bitty scissors.
Yes.
The tiny scissors.
The tiny
that they
tweezers
have.
you pull out and you go.
You pull the tweezers out, the little scissors.
Yeah.
That one really oddly serrated blade.
Yeah.
That like has the real jagged teeth
and
on
then
it.
that little
and then
hook at the end.
It has the little like weird fork thing at the end of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
don't,
wait till
don't make him pull that out.
Do not make him pull out the toothpick is all I'm saying. I had one of those, Raj, one time that had the toothpick and the tweezers on either side of it. And I used to laugh because it was a little plastic toothpick.
Oh, it couldn't do nothing.
And you just pull it out, and I used it.
Yeah, it worked. It had that little slit right beside it.
And I'm sure it was completely sanitary.
Oh, absolutely.
To put that thing in my mouth and then put it right back into
back in that little silver-plated spot. Yeah.
I'm sure it was delightful.
Oh, I'm sure it was.
But I had a Swiss Army. I didn't need a Swiss Army knife, but I had one. I don't need a knife at all. When's the last time I was sitting around going, man, I wish I had a knife in my pocket? I'm not outdoorsy enough to need a knife. Like if I need a knife, chances are I'm somewhere that has a knife or a pair of scissors or like whatever I need in a Swiss Army knife. Chances are I'm around that wherever I'm at. I need a toothpick. Probably I'm at a restaurant and they likely have toothpicks. I need a pair of tweezers. I probably have the ability to get some tweezers. So I don't have a need for a knife. Well, the Saints have a need for a Swiss Army knife, and obviously it's Taysom Hill. The Saints have not carried more than two traditional quarterbacks on their roster in quite some time. They have been Teddy Bridgewater, Drew Brees, and then Taysom Hill, who's your slash type guy. Well, now I wonder if the Saints try to go find someone. And Raj, one of the first names that popped into mind, Luke McCown, right? Bob Griffin's son-in-law. Luke McCown, who's just hanging out. Apparently he still works out regularly. Bob told us that. Apparently he's staying in good shape. Hadn't played in a few years, but he already knows Sean Payton's offense. So he could get in and be your backup quarterback if you needed him, your emergency guy, your third guy, if you needed him. The other question is, would you go get someone that maybe I know I've heard a lot of people, Raj, and I can't disagree more with this. A lot of people have said Eli Manning. And no. Eli Manning costs too much. It would take him too long to get well-versed enough in the offense that he would make a huge difference if he was needed. No. And the Giants aren't getting rid of Eli Manning. Yeah, they're starting Daniel Jones, but they're not getting rid of Eli Manning because Eli Manning's now their security blanket for Daniel Jones. Because if Daniel Jones screws up or gets hurt we've seen every quarterback in the league apparently has been hurt this year. So if Daniel Jones gets hurt, well, now you got to bring Eli right back. You got to put him right back in. And I think that would be an easier transition, obviously, than him trying to go to the Saints. But besides, the Saints are already paying Teddy Bridgewater, $7 million? I mean, Bridgewater is the highest paid backup, although as Rodgers astutely pointed out, he's no longer the highest paid backup since Eli's been replaced. Now, Eli's the highest paid backup. But Bridgewater is the guy. He's the guy Sean Payton wants. And Rod, we had kind of a final thought on Bob's show today, and it was one that I think needs to be said again, and I want to say it on my show today. And that is, I need everyone to calm down. I need everyone to relax. I need everyone to just simmer a little bit, okay? Don't overreact to every little thing. Teddy Bridgewater comes in and is not sharp. He's holding the ball too long. He's not making throws on time. He's not completely accurate. He was, he had some offensive line issues, so he was having to move around a little bit more than you'd like. There were a lot of things that went wrong for the Saints after Drew Brees left that game. But, again, I go back to what I kept telling you yesterday. If you don't understand how the NFL practices, you don't understand why backup quarterbacks, by and large, are not prepared on a weekend basis to come in and be a part of it. You can get all the mental reps you want And Teddy Bridgewater's on the sideline getting all the mental reps he can get. But until you're out there and until the quote-unquote bullets are flying and you've got guys charging you, until you do all that, you're just not ready. And the problem is you do not get an opportunity in the NFL to work a lot as a backup quarterback. Teddy Bridgewater is out running the scout team. Teddy Bridgewater is maybe getting 10% of the snaps in practice. He's just not getting that much work. And so to have him come in out of nowhere, the guy's going to be rusty. It's to be expected. Because in preseason, he's working not quite as much as Drew Brees, but he's certainly working a lot more than he is in the regular season. Because once you get to the regular season, now your roster's set. Now your starters are the ones that have to go out there and practice. They have to get their timing. They have to run through things until it's second nature. The backups just don't do that. The backups don't have that opportunity. And so what I want to see is, what does Teddy Bridgewater look like the next couple of weeks? Because this week, he's getting all the reps with the ones. Now, I'm sure Taysom Hill's getting plenty of reps as the two guy, because I'm sure they probably are going to feature him a lot more at the quarterback position this week than they have in the past. Right? It's real hard to pull Drew Brees out of a game to replace him with anyone. It's a lot less hard to pull Teddy Bridgewater out of a game and replace him with Taysom Hill. Because are they equal? Probably not. But Taysom Hill gives you some extra dimensions, some added dimensions that you don't necessarily get with Bridgewater. He can run. Bridgewater's not a runner. He just isn't. He can get out of the pocket if you need him to. He can scramble a little bit if you need him to. But he's not a guy you're running read option with. You're not doing RPOs with Teddy Bridgewater. All right? He's a guy that's going to be throwing it, handing it off, just like Drew Brees. You're not running RPOs with Drew Brees either. Or if you are, the run part of the run-pass option is an actual run, not a quarterback option or a triple option or anything like that. All right, the quarterback's not a run option in the RPOs that the Saints may play. What are the RPOs that the Saints mostly do, Rodgers, and you've seen this quite a bit, is Drew Brees will just rear up and throw out to a receiver real quick because the corner may be 7-8 yards off of him, and you'll see Drew Brees just turn and hit and fire it immediately right on the line because that receiver knows he's going to get 4 or 5 yards before he even gets contacted. So that is the RPO game for the Saints. That's not going to change with Teddy Bridgewater. Teddy Bridgewater is going to run just about the exact same offense that Drew Brees runs. He's been in New Orleans long enough. He's got enough of a grasp of the playbook. The reason he struggled is A, the Rams have a very good defense. Let's not forget that. And B, Teddy Bridgewater has not been getting reps because the backups just don't get reps at the quarterback position in regular season practice. So, you want to find out what Teddy Bridgewater is made of? You'll find out this week. Now, they're going to go face another fantastic defense in the Seattle Seahawks. So it may not be a great test, or it'll be a tremendous test, but it may not be a great barometer on just who he is. But I think you'll see him look sharper. You'll see him look more crisp. He will now have, and that's one of the things, Raj, that we always talked about with Sean Payton and Drew Brees. Brees always has had a lot of input into the game plan, right? He's always been able to say, I like these plays, I don't like these plays, and Sean Payton responds because why wouldn't you? He's Drew Brees. If he says he doesn't like a play, you don't call it. If Drew says, I really like this play, you make sure you call it. You put it in the game plan. Well, Teddy Bridgewater's had none of that. Teddy Bridgewater has none of, Coach, I really like, I like this slant to the backside, or I don't like this trips formation or whatever. I don't feel comfortable in it. No, this was all Drew Brees' game plan last week. Now that they've tailored it to Bridgewater, he's gotten the full week of practice. I expect him to be better. If he's not better, the determination for him being better to me is more decisive with the football, not holding on to it as long, going ahead and making those throws on time, and reading things correctly. If I see a different Teddy Bridgewater this week, you'll know that that's because he's gotten to practice more and he feels better. 318-657-0HAM, 318-657-0426. That's the phone line. Excuse me, that's the text line if you want to text in. 903 says, fans always love the other guy when times are tough. Peyton has been living off of Breeze for years. Time to see if he can coach. I would say also Breeze has been living off of Peyton for years. I mean, it's a tremendous symbiotic relationship they have. So, yeah, I mean, you're going to find out a little bit more about Sean Payton as the head coach. Drew Brees missing time. We're going to see just what his creativity is. I give him amazing amounts of credit for being a guy. I've never thought Sean Payton was an evolutionary coach or a revolutionary coach. I've never thought he was a guy that would be at the forefront of changing offensive schemes, of adapting to some of the stuff. But with the Taysom Hill things, I think Sean Payton is a lot more innovative than I've given him credit for. Because it's easy to go in and say, I can put in all this stuff with Drew Brees, but you don't have to put in a lot of exotic stuff with Drew Brees in there. You just put up good route combinations and you get good guys to run them. Drew Brees will do the rest for you. Well, now the question is, what does Teddy Bridgewater do for you? Hyrail said Eli is not coming. No, he is not, and definitely not going to happen. Draco says, I would rather have Luke than Teddy. I disagree with you. I think Luke McCown would be a good second option or emergency quarterback just because it's good to have a guy that knows the offense. I think that would be good. I do not think that Luke McCown right now would be a better option than Teddy Bridgewater. I just don't. I don't think. He said also should have kept Mark Ingram Roll Tide. No. I mean, I think you've seen plenty to say that they don't really miss Mark Ingram. Latavius Murray's been fine. And you're getting the ball a little bit more to Alvin Kamara, and that's not a bad thing in any way, shape, form, or fashion. T-Gage says, Teddy Bridgewater did not look all that bad last week. Offensive line gave him no help, and the receivers looked like they were dropping everything thrown at him. Some truth to that. They had issues on the offensive line, especially because they had to bring in Will Clapp at guard. And when Will Clapp came in, guess who's lined up right across from him? The two-time Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. Anybody, a Pro Bowler, would have trouble with Aaron Donald, much less a rookie O-lineman who last played against UCF in a bowl game. Right, so yeah, that's going to be an issue. The health of the O-line is going to be key, and the receivers did drop a few, but I will say this, Bridgewater was holding on to the ball too long by and large. He needs to be a little bit more decisive with his reads, with his throws. Go ahead and trust what you're seeing and get it out. If you trust what you're seeing, get it out, and it's intercepted, so be it. But if you don't trust what you're seeing and you throw it late and the receiver's open, well, you've done just as much of a disservice to your team at that point. Hyrail says, what's the line on the game? That's a good question, Hyrail. Let me look it up real quick. Rogers and I will have to pick this in our Patrick's Picks and Hambone's Hints segment. Yeah, Hambone's excited about that. Seattle's only a 4-point favorite right now, which is honestly kind of surprising. I thought Seattle would be a little bit more of a favorite. By the way, Dallas, 21-point favorite over Miami right now. What a dumpster fire Miami is. But they traded Minka Fitzpatrick. Yeah. No, it's, wow. That Miami team, what a dumpster fire. Miami, what a hitter. I was basically thinking Marla Hooch. They filmed her from so far away. Marla Hooch, what a hitter. Sweet Marla Hooch. That girl could hit like nobody's business, and they had to film her from 20 feet away. Poor Marla Hooch. I feel bad for her. All right, let's take a break. Dennis Dodd's going to join us when we come back. CBS college football writer. We'll talk all things college football. Keep coming with the takes on Teddy, and I'm interested to see how much more we may see of the Switchblade. I want that to be his new nickname, by the way. Forget Swiss Army Knife. I need Taysom Switchblade Hill from now on. Or I guess because he went to BYU, maybe Taysom Soda Hill. Taysom Caffeine Hill. It's the Patrick Netherton Show. Dennis Dodd next.
I call you up. Don't get me wrong. Don't think you got it made.
11:30 The Tiger, your home for LSU sports, powered by Jack Spring Electric. Is it time to redo your back patio or kitchen? Or what about finally getting to those little projects finished around your house? Football season is here, and you want your house looking amazing before all the house parties start. So call H2 Home Renovations. They'll have your home looking its best in no time. Check out some of their work online. Just go to h2homerenovations.com to find out more info. H2 Home Renovations. Reimagine your home.
I was a pack-a-day smoker for 33 years. You could see the look in their eye, like they recognized the smell on you, and you just die a little inside because you knew you offended someone. Since I've switched to Juul, I don't even think twice about it. It's like a weight lifted off of you.
Stacy made the switch in 2016. To make the switch, visit JUUL.com. Juul Labs compensated this individual for their time and expenses in providing this testimonial. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
So you think you have unlimited data?
Recalculating.
Think again. If you have unlimited data on a network you can't trust, your data is limited, and so are you. Set your smartphone free with the new unlimited plans from Total Wireless. Get 4 lines with unlimited data on the nation's best 4G LTE network with 100 gigabytes at high speed, then 2G for just $25 a month per line.
You have arrived at your destination.
Get the new unlimited plans. Total Wireless, total confidence. Available at Walmart. See terms and conditions at totalwireless.com.
At Westin Hotels and Resorts, our entire reason for being is your well-being, which is why our wellness offerings are curated with one thing in mind: you. An Eat Well menu crafted with fresh ingredients, an on-demand fitness gear lending program that allows you to pack light and stay fit, and our heavenly bed that helps you conquer the day by giving you a restful night. All of it just for you, so you can rise. Explore at Westin.com, a member of Marriott Bonvoy.
Great news from Sprint. The wait is finally over. The all-new Samsung Galaxy Note 10 has arrived. Get the power of performance and productivity for 50% off with a Sprint Flex lease. That's right. Get the Galaxy Note 10 for less than $20 per month. With its amazing features like intelligent all-day battery and super fast charge, you'll have the power that lasts more than your day with just minutes of charge. But it doesn't stop there. You can also experience the power of the S Pen, which combines air gestures, remote photos, and handwriting to text all in one magic wand. And when you switch, you'll get Sprint's 100% total satisfaction guarantee. Try it for 30 days, love it, or get your money back. To learn more about the Galaxy Note 10, visit your local Sprint store, sprint.com/Galaxy Note 10, or call 800-SPRINT-1 today.
$19.79 a month after 1980 monthly credit applied within 2 bills with approved credit, 18-month lease, and new line of service. If you cancel early, remaining balance due. Excludes tax, coverage, and offer not available everywhere. $30 activation fee and restrictions apply. Guarantee applies to new lines. Select exclusions apply.
Hi, I'm Brad Gosley, owner and president of Coldwell Banker Gosley, with your housing moment. If you're looking to move up to a luxury home, now is definitely the time. Along with low mortgage rates, there are nearly 300 homes for sale above $400,000 in Shreveport and Bossier. Plenty of choices. In fact, nearly 70 homes were added to the market last month alone. Want to know what's happening in 25 different communities in Caddo, Bossier, and DeSoto parishes? Click on the crawfish at cbgosley.com. That's cbgosslee.com.
Office independently owned and operated.
Hey, you're that famous actress. You must travel so much. What's the best site for hotel deals?
Hilton.com.
No. One with crazy savings.
Hilton.com. With their price match guarantee, if you find a better rate, they match it and take 25% off.
No, one with lots of options.
Hilton.com has 16 top hotel brands. Hampton, Hilton Garden Inn, Waldorf Astoria.
Hilton.com. You should totally do their commercials.
Expect better. Expect Hilton.
You're good.
I know, thank you.
Applicable terms and conditions at Hilton.com.
And now, a thought from Geico Motorcycle.
It took 15 minutes to take a spirit animal quiz online.
Please be the cheetah. Please be the cheetah.
And learn your animal isn't the cheetah, but the far less appealing blobfish.
Oh, come on.
To add insult to injury, you could have used those 15 blobfish minutes to switch your motorcycle insurance to Geico.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on motorcycle insurance.
Staples is more than a place you go to buy a new PC. It's where an associate helped me find the latest tech I needed to work smarter, not harder. Where I got a protection plan plus 24/7 tech support that keeps me connected. And where I increased my productivity for a lot less than what I thought I'd spend.
Right now at Staples, you can save up to $270 on the latest PCs. Staples, for your business tech and beyond. In-store only, ends 9/21/19. While supplies last. Exclusions apply.
KWKH, Shreveport, Bossier City.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner at first, the pitch, swing and a miss! Tigers win! Tigers win!
Floating through the airwaves like smooth hickory smoke, Patrick Netherton.
Welcome you back to the Patrick Netherton Show right here on 1130 The Tiger. Just shaking our groove things. Honestly, my groove thing is really tired right now. My groove thing just wants a nap, to be honest with you. He is Roger Sampton. I am Patrick Netherton. We welcome you back to the Patrick Netherton Show here on 1130 The Tiger. We're pleased to welcome in National College Football writer for CBS Sports and a good friend. He is Dennis Dodd joining us. Dennis, how the heck are you, man?
Patrick, I am great. Glad to be on again. How are you?
I'm doing well. I mean, other than my groove thing being a little bit tired, I'd say I'm pretty good. I got to witness LSU up close and personal last week. Northwestern State played down there, and it was a sight to behold. The offense certainly is a lot different. Were you among the many of us, and I put myself in the category, that were once again skeptical of, this is going to be a new offense this year? We've heard that refrain so many times. Did you believe it this time, or were you skeptical and now have to believe it?
I believe it. I went into the season skeptical like you about LSU, Michigan, and USC. Making all this noise about we're going to the RPOs, we're all in, we're going to do this and that. I think for better or worse, USC has done it. LSU has done it the best. Michigan, I think, has paid a lot of lip service because Harbaugh got the tight you-know-what when it got close against Army, and I saw a bunch of, 12 personnel and stuff like that. I didn't see any 4 and 3 wide receiver formations, which by the way, Alabama is running as base about now.
Yeah.
But LSU is certainly the best of those who are making that conversion. But I just have this image from Texas game where they showed, I guess I shouldn't be surprised at this, Joe Brady and Steve Ensminger sitting elbow to elbow in the press box. I guess I'm not surprised at that, but that showed me that they're all in together, and it's worked out great.
Well, the problem is, Dennis, they've always, or not always, but a lot of times they've had good, innovative offensive minds there, guys that are willing to do it, but it's always been the head coach that's held them back. Les forever was, Les, he meddled in the offense. He was the guy that was telling them, run that ISO pitch time and time again. That was, that was Les. I guess I'm sort of surprised that a defensive-minded guy like Ed Orgeron, who I think everyone considers to be an old-school football coach, is one of these guys that's embracing it, much like Nick Saban has, that is embracing the modern college offense. I think that's the part that surprised me the most is on a 3rd and 17, we talked to Ed last week, and O said, on 3rd and 17, Steve Ensminger said, we're throwing it for the first time down, and I said, go for it.
Yeah. I just think Coach O is just matured as a coach. I'm not talking about it personally, but just as a coach. He as a rookie head coach at Ole Miss, we know how that worked out. He was, a defensive line coach extraordinaire who got passed over at USC. I went back in the offseason and looked at some of those stories. That was a really tumultuous time. Yeah. The entire team wanted him to take over, and they ended up. Is that when they ended up? I think with Sarkisian. I don't know. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But I think when you go through multiple experiences like that, you go, look, it's all about winning. It's not about my ego. It's not about how much I know. And if this is working, then you just trust the people around you. You're not caught up in not letting your assistants talk to the media because you don't trust them, or you don't trust, your players to talk to the media. They can change signals in front of 90,000 people, but they can't say 6 reporters, talk about the beat. So I think it's all that, and I think at the end of the day, and I tweeted this, I'm going to write it at some point, I think the Big 12 gets a big amount of credit, Patrick, for what's happening in college football right now. And this goes back to Bob Stoops hiring Mike Leach in 1999.
Yeah.
Was it 99? Yeah, 99 at Oklahoma. Mike Leach is gone. We know that. He's at Washington State. But for whatever reason, that's the moment the Big 12 took on that culture of wide open offenses and sketchy defenses to the point now, it's okay to admit if the parachute doesn't open, you can try to outscore somebody. And I think that's where Alabama's at right now. They're going to be starting 5 freshmen on defense. I think that's a little bit where LSU is right now. They probably have better defensive personnel. But that's where we are. It's easier to throw up 40 than it is to try to limit somebody to points. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, it makes perfect sense, and you're absolutely correct. I've told every defensive coordinator that I've worked with or talked to in the last probably 7-8 years that they have the worst job in America, because defensive coordinator just, you can't, and God bless them, they're innovating their butts off trying to come up with ways to stop this. Everyone's switching to 3-4s and 3-3s, and they're bringing extra safeties in, and they're doing everything they can, but man, it's difficult because now with the proliferation of the RPO game, if you've got a good quarterback like Joe Burrow, who's been running this his whole life, if you've got a good quarterback, the defense really just can't be right at any point in time because he's going to make the correct read and make you wrong.
And it really comes down in RPR sake really to a quarterback who does the mesh point well. And I know I'm getting down in the weeds for a lot of people, but I watched some games over the weekend, and it really goes back to, look, if you don't know where the ball is, this goes back to the old single wing, and I date myself, but Delaware, who was a legendary coach? Anyway, he ran the single wing for years. They used to call, back in the day, they used to call the quarterback the spinner back.
Yeah.
Where he would take the ball, turn his back to the defense. The skilled players would gather around him. We're talking about 19, 20, 30 stuff. And you would know which way the ball was coming out. There's a lot of that in what Urban Meyer has evolved to over the years, what the RPOs are over the years. And just think of this next time you watch one of these games. When you ride that tailback into the line or down the line, and he either gives it or takes it at the last minute, that's what we're talking about. The post-snap read, it's so confusing for defenses that have made really the game so, I guess, fun to watch.
Talking to Dennis Dodd, the National College Football writer, and yeah, you're right. I mean, it's single wing. It's and by the way, Tubby Raymond was the one who came up with Delaware wing T. I just looked it up real quick. Delaware wing T, which they ran, which a ton of high schools still like to run. We have a couple here in this area that still love to run it. And the interesting thing about it is, and like I look at a guy like Willie Fritz at Tulane, Dennis, who basically I watched him when he was at Sam Houston State in the league that I call games. I watched him invent a new offense. He and his guys basically got together, Bob DeBess, and they put together a triple option out of the spread formation, where instead of putting the two wings, like you remember Georgia Tech, everyone remembers Paul Johnson and Army and Navy and all those guys. Well, instead of doing that, they just took their wings and put them out as slot receivers, but they're basically running the same stuff out of that. It's just in a shotgun formation. Well, Willie Fritz has taken that to Tulane. They're running for 300 yards a game, and that's the evolution. Is it's all still fundamental football from the 1900s, the 1910s or whatever. It's just done out of more exotic formations with better athletes.
Yeah, it's about tricking the defense. We talk about head trauma and can these kids tackle anymore? And it's like, no. The game has always been, I don't want to say finesse is the most physical game out there, but it's always been about tricking the defense or the defense not being tricked. Yes, there are some physical mismatches, but not so much these days between FBS and SDS. Yes, but at the top level, all these guys are, everybody except the service academies are running some form of the same thing. And I go back to Chip Kelly, who's been a big question to me the last few weeks. What's Chip Kelly done at UCLA? And I said, part of me is there's a huge talent, I guess a lack of talent there. I didn't know how bad it was when Jim Moore Jr. left. The other part is, no matter how much talent he gets there, everybody, he reinvented, they fine-tuned that offense in 2009 with Oregon. Everybody's recruited to it defensively, and everybody's using it offensively, some part of it, except the service academy. So how does that make Chip Kelly find out? You just have to get dudes just like everybody else to win.
And in the end, it's all about Jimmys and Joes, not necessarily X's and O's. We know that. Dennis, I wanted to ask you, even though I was calling the game, I stopped watching the Northwestern State LSU game after the first quarter. Did the Demons hold on to win? They were leading 7-3 after the first quarter. Did they hold on?
They somehow squeaked it out.
Yeah. I'm curious, though, when you evaluating results of those types of games, and I'm obviously on the side of, yes, FBS schools with a 12-game schedule, there is room to play an FCS school. I honestly wish it would just be an in-state matchup, though. If it's going to be FBS, FCS, I'd like to see it be an in-state school that comes in. That being said, how do you evaluate those matchups? Because, it's 7-3 after the first quarter. NSU's leading. It's 24-14 at halftime. LSU's only up by 10. People I know are oohing and eyeing about the halftime score, but then they come out and they outscore the Demons 41-0 in the second half and win going away. How do you evaluate a game like that in terms of an overall resume for a team?
Well, I'm more in games like that. I'm more interested in the point spread and making my pick and how that figures. I had New Mexico State in the 55 against Alabama. Well, I won.
I did too. That was one of my picks.
I thought Nick would call off the Dogs. I don't think he did, but 62-10, so I won. Last week, Clemson, Texas A&M, that was an interesting spread. I think it was 23.5, 24, and A&M, and that's a different game you're talking about. But that was a backdoor cover. But the games themselves are just to get you ready. Georgia's played nobody 3 games. I can't put them anywhere near the top 4 because I don't know how good they are going into Notre Dame. I think they're good enough to win the SEC and good enough to win the East. That's what talent evaluation's been. And we've seen them play at the top level, but I don't know how that figures Saturday night against Notre Dame. I think they're better because they're at home, but they haven't played anybody yet. There aren't any receivers. The top 4 receivers, I think the stat was, had not caught a college pass. Their current top 4 receivers have not caught a college pass coming into the season. Okay, how's that going to work against Notre Dame? I don't know. So I think they're more tuned up than anything else. Keep people healthy and move on.
And my thing, and I'm super against preseason polls. I hate preseason polls. I want nothing to do with them. I want the first poll to come out the last week of October. At that point, we're going to have a better handle on it. Because let's be honest, Dennis, if you're just evaluating based on results this year, LSU is the number 1 team in the country because they've had the best win.
No question. They put themselves out there and won the game on the best win of the season by far. And I have them 3 only because I just said Alabama, Clemson based on reputation. Call me wrong, but I have enough. You are absolutely right. Teams put themselves out. The same rules still apply for AD. You've heard them talk about it for years. Try to play an A game, that's LSU Texas. A B game, that's a Power 5 versus a group of 5.
Yeah, Utah
and then maybe
State.
A C game and the non-con and FCS. They still try to do it, most of it. But there's no question LSU has the best accomplishment of this entire season. We'll see, but I think they've done great.
Obviously, a game that will, I think, decide a lot about one man's reputation is Michigan-Wisconsin, and I keep going back to it, and I just again remind me why I'm supposed to believe that Jim Harbaugh is an elite coach. Is it just because he was good at the NFL level and he was good at San Diego, or what am I supposed to believe about Jim Harbaugh based on the results he's gotten as the head coach at Michigan?
Well, he played Stanford into, I would say pretty much at that point a national power or a top 25 program, which they seldom been in previous years. And David Shaw's carried it way beyond that in his time there. Took the Niners to the Super Bowl. Has been a head coach for 9 years, but hasn't won so much as a division. You hear how hard he is to work with. When he left Stanford, they were sorry to see him go, but they weren't sorry to see him go, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Good coach, hard to work with. And so his shelf life, and now we're in year 5 at Michigan, is about that. That's what he's been. Great coach. I'm not disparaging his coaching. But I'm at the point now, after I've seen, I think I'm going to change my pick if I can. I think Ohio State's going to win the league. based on what I've seen through 3 weeks. Michigan, they got blown out at Ohio State last year. Fundamental problem: lack of skill players, lack of athletes that match up in the Big Ten and therefore nationally. Shea Patterson's a good quarterback.
Sure.
I don't think he's a great quarterback, and by the end of the year, he may be laps behind Justin Fields at Ohio State. And to go up to Wisconsin, it plays into their hands because it's going to be a smash-mouth physical game. And at the end of the day, I don't think Jim Harbaugh's up by 7 or Jeff Randall. He's not going to be running power out of 3 and 4 wide. I thought I would bet my career on it. He's going to line up with 12 personnel and set upon it and run clock. Okay, well, that's fine, but that ain't going to work against Ohio State or somebody's national power. So I give them a better than even chance just because of the style of game it is, and it plays into their hands. But he loses this one, and really go again. Which, can't beat the best in the Big Ten.
The cries start happening again. Other than Georgia, Notre Dame, and Michigan, Wisconsin, is there a particular game that you kind of have your eye on this weekend?
I think USC Utah, because I think Utah's the class of the Pac-12 now. That's Friday night. I think a lot of Kyle Whittingham. I don't think they're ready for the Pac-12. I don't know if they're a playoff team, but hey, if you win them all, how are you going to keep them out? I think they have a chance to win them all. But this is the type of game, given what the Pac-12 is these days, that USC wins. They're at home. They just throw over the top. They got the receivers. The kid, Keaton, I keep forgetting his last name. The freshman can throw. Yeah, he's got receivers. Amon Ross St. Brown, Michael Pittman, Tyler Bonds are pretty good receivers. I can see USC winning that. And then what do you do with the Pac-12? Then it becomes year 16 without a championship. Because all their best teams would at least have one loss.
Last thing for you, Dennis. Dennis Dodd from CBS joining us. I'm hearing a lot of buzz right now about, once again, Central Florida, UCF. Again, the buzz is happening. They're top 20. And, okay, here we go. Are they worthy of being in the playoff? I contend, and I will continue to contend, that I don't care what any Group of 5 team does, the committee will not allow them into the college football playoff. And I hate to say it for UCF's sake, but if they stumble at all, or I think if they even have one close game in conference, I think the committee's leaving them out.
I think so. If we've learned anything in these first 5 years of the playoff, it's schedule strength matters, or what the committee views.
Yeah, perceived
schedule strength. Yeah. And if UCF loses all of its teams that they put this week, 2 Power 5s in a row, they will have played a 12-game schedule without playing a single ranked team. As it stands right now. I think they've done that before and gotten there. So, look, in their chief competition right now is probably Boise State. They would probably be the head-to-head with Boise State because I think the American depth-wise is pretty good this year.
Yeah.
You got Memphis sitting there who's favored. Favored in every game they play this year. Not to say they'll win them all, but Cincinnati's good, I think. So they would probably deserve it, but just don't start this drumbeat about the playoff again because it's just going to get really ugly, and Danny White's going to say something. And, I give them all credit. They deserve to be in there. I don't think they deserve to be in the playoff.
No, and by the way, don't sleep on Tulane, Dennis. I'm telling you, they're someone to worry with this year in the American. There's no doubt about it.
That's part of it. I love Willie Fritz.
Yeah. And he's, again, if you ever want a fun deep dive, go chat with him about the offense that they created at Sam Houston, he and Bob DeBest, because they're doing some different things with a triple option out of the spread that a lot of teams aren't really doing, and it's pretty cool and innovative to watch. So, Dennis,
I've had that conversation his first year he got the offense.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, it's fun to watch. I love Willie Fritz. I'm glad he's not in the Southland anymore. I can tell you that. Dennis, it was a pleasure, my friend. Always great catching up, and we look forward to catching up with you soon, my man.
All right, Patrick. Thank you.
All right, Dennis Dodd. Good peeps, man. Dennis Dodd is good folks. CBS Sports National college football writer. Let's take a break. Come back. I Couldn't decide if this was Back in Black or I'm trying to think of what the other song that was in my head initially was. It was like it was a soft rock song. I don't remember what it was. Anyway, it's the Patrick Netherton Show. Come back, more thoughts on Saints, Cowboys, all of that. 11:30 The Tiger.
.11:30 The Tiger, your home for LSU sports, powered by Jack Spring Electric.
Welcome to Walk-On's Bistro and Bar, where every dish starts from scratch. Fresh ingredients bring our food to life. Mouth-watering cuisine, unique flavors, and we're always more than happy to share our Southern charm and culture. A love of life, family, food, friends, fun, sports, and celebrations. Walk-Ons. It's game day with the taste of Louisiana.
Life is all about taking advantage of the opportunities that present themselves and also creating those advantages. And if you are with First Choice Personnel, Nicole, you've got an advantage over everybody else, right?
You do. Actually, once you are registered with us, we're able to send your resume over to our employer as opposed to the employer receiving 600 resumes. You know, you'd be one person opposed to a bunch.
I like that. One person instead of a bunch. First Choice Personnel. Make First Choice your last call. 797-7810.
Men, for some of us, intimacy is over quicker than we or our partners would like. This may be due to a condition known as PE. PE is not a sign of weakness. It's a true medical condition that can lead to avoidance of intimacy and strained relationships. Unfortunately, there are no FDA-approved treatments for PE, but doctors in Shreveport are hoping to change that and are conducting a research study of an investigational medication hoped to treat it. So if intimacy ends much sooner than you'd like it to, why not learn if you're eligible to participate in this study at absolutely no cost to you? Visit LastLongerStudy.com or call 318-506-0010 to learn more. Your call will be handled discreetly by a medical professional. 318-506-0010. 318-506-0010.
Great news from Sprint. The wait is finally over. The all-new Samsung Galaxy Note 10 has arrived. Get the power of performance and productivity for 50% off with a Sprint Flex lease. That's right. Get the Galaxy Note 10 for less than $20 per month. With its amazing features like intelligent all-day battery and super fast charge, you'll have the power that lasts more than your day with just minutes of charge. But it doesn't stop there. You can also experience the power of the S Pen, which combines air gestures, remote photos, and handwriting to text all in one magic wand. And when you switch, you'll get Sprint's 100% total satisfaction guarantee. Try it for 30 days, love it, or get your money back. To learn more about the Galaxy Note 10, visit your local Sprint store, sprint.com/Galaxy Note 10, or call 800-SPRINT-1 today.
$19.79 a month after $19.80 monthly credit applied within 2 bills with approved credit 18-month lease and new line of service. If you cancel early, remaining balance due. Excludes tax, coverage, and offer not available everywhere. $30 activation fee and restrictions apply. Guarantee applies to new lines. Select exclusions apply.
Nature Valley brings that satisfying crunch that gets your family going again, with real delicious honey and whole grain oats. So get out here. Nature Valley Oats and Honey Crunchy Bars. The original crunch.
Rogers, are you a guy that likes the house cooler during the daytime, or do you like it cool when you go to Betty Bye?
I like it cool when it's Betty Bye time.
Oh, me too, buddy. Is there not a better feeling than just kind of when you get up in the morning and it's like ice cold after you get out of the sheets and blankets?
It's so cold you don't want to get out of bed, but it made being in bed that much better.
That's what AccuTemp's all about, making being in bed that much better. 861-2255.
It takes both vision and skill to create a pool as unique as it is beautiful. A perfect blend of time-honored craftsmanship and cutting-edge technology. The hand, heart, and mind working in perfect sync to create something truly special. A source of timeless relaxation, priceless memories, and endless joy. That is the mission of a master pool builder, and that is the magic of Moorhead Pools.
Where Shreveport and Bossier come for LSU sports. 11:30 The Tiger.
A good time is in the air. It's the Patrick Netherton Show.
Sounds like the beginning of Bob Griffin's show. I mean, other than until they start singing, but That dude, it sounds like on hold music, kind of, Muzak. I don't hear Muzak anymore. Muzak's kind of gone away. You used to always hear it in elevators, and you'd be in a Walmart or whatever. You'd be walking around, you'd always hear the music. I don't hear Muzak anymore. So, yeah, now everything's satellite. And I miss the old good old Muzak days. Back when we had Muzak. That's right. Get off my lawn, pal. It is the Patrick Netherton Show right here on 1130 The Tiger. He's Rogers Hampton. I am the aforementioned Patrick Netherton. Pleased to have you with us. And, again, if you want to call us, you can at 318-320-1130, 320-1130. You can text us at 318-657-0HAM, 318-657-0426. Raj, I realize we haven't checked in on your Astros in a bit. No game yesterday. They were off yesterday. Travel day, I guess. But you mentioned they had swept the Royals. They beat them 12-3 on Sunday. So Houston hosting the Rangers. Ooh, the Rangers. Well, it's by the way, speaking of the Rangers, did you see the video clip of the dude in the Rangers game? The kid? I guess it happened maybe last night or something. I don't know. I don't know exactly when it happened, but there's video of, I guess, a player made, or maybe it was the third base coach. Someone had a ball, and there was a kid on the front row at the and he's probably, Raj, 12 maybe, 12, 13. Again, I'm terrible with kids' ages. He might have been 4. I think he was 12 or 13, maybe something like that. And he's in the front row with his friend, and they're just sitting there chatting with him, but he's got a glove. So somebody makes the final play, final out or whatever, or it was a foul ball or something, and they turn around and they throw it to the kid in the front row. Well, the kid makes the catch with his glove, Raj, and then as he pulls the glove down, he's got a ball in his other hand. So he turns around and he hands the ball, like he kind of puts the ball next to his glove, but he never takes the game ball out of his glove. The game ball stays put. But his other hand, that I'm assuming has a ball that he maybe, bought in the gift shop or whatever, but the other hand has this new ball in it that's not in as part of the game. So he kind of acts like he's pulling that ball out of his glove, and he turns around and he hands it to this group of girls that are sitting behind him. And the group of girls are significantly older. They're probably in their early 20s maybe, and this kid is like 12, right? But still, that's a baller move, Raj. That is a baller move.
I think that's an old video.
It might have been.
Because I've seen that before.
But it popped
because
up.
The girls didn't see him pull the fast one on them, and they were all...
Yeah. And I think it might have been an old video, but it popped up today, and I saw it, and it made me laugh.
I saw that.
The kid's a legend. He just super smooth, catches the ball, pulls the glove down next to him, takes the hand that already has the other ball in it and turns around and hands the other ball to them. He's still got his ball that he just caught in the glove, and they think they just got a ball that was thrown to him. They're giggling or whatever, and this kid's player, Raj. He's not a player. He just crushes a lot. So... kudos to that kid. Kudos to that, whatever he was, 12. Again, he could have been 4. He could have been 12. I'm not good with children's ages. That's just, I'm not good at that. So I don't know if he was 4 or 12, but it was a smooth move, Hambone. It looked like something Hambone would have done. Except Hambone would have gotten them digits, is all I'm saying.
Oh, hey, they didn't show the rest of the video.
Well, it's true. I don't know that he did. I mean, it would have been against the law.
Yeah, it'd been a little creepy.
Yeah, it would have been against the law at that point, but you never know. So let's see, Raj. I'm looking at the American League standings, and what do you know? Astros and Yankees tied for the lead, trying to figure out who's going to get home field advantage. So maybe. By the way, have you broken down, Raj? There's only we're 151 games in, so there's like 14 games left, whatever.
Yeah,
no, 11 games left.
2 weeks left, something like that.
Have you broken down the the particulars of the remaining schedules for the Yankees and the Astros?
No.
Are you at home grinding it like,
no.
The remaining opponents for the Astros have a 640 winning percentage, while the remaining opponents for the Yankees only have a 490 winning percentage.
That means nothing to me. What you do between the lines is all that matters.
Do you know who they have down the stretch, Ron?
I do know. They have the Rangers tonight.
Rangers tonight. Rangers tomorrow.
And probably the Rangers the next day.
3 with the Angels, but at home. 2 at the Mariners. And then 4 at the Angels to finish it off.
Well, their magic number to clinch the division is 4, but they can actually clinch a wild card tonight if they win, and I believe Cleveland loses, if I read that correctly. So they could actually clinch a wild card spot tonight, but their magic number to win the division is 4.
That's crazy, though. 7 of the last 9 they play are against the Angels. It's just kind of an odd quirk of the schedule
with no Mike Trout.
Well, the good news is A, Mike Trout's not there, and B, the Angels are 68 and 82.
And B, now Alex Bregman is a true AL MVP candidate if Trout's not going to finish the season.
You know who I'd vote for the AL MVP, Raj?
Jordan Alvarez.
I would give it to my boy Jordan.
Well, he's going to get rookie.
He better.
He'll get AL Rookie of the Year.
He better.
But to play the whole season, what Bregman has done, you couldn't give it to him over Bregman because he's played short, he's played third, and he's kept the team in games batting-wise.
Well, Raj, you played short your entire life.
Oh. Wow.
You're welcome. I had to do you like that. I had to do you dirty, Raj. I'm sorry.
Wow.
I'm sorry. But, hey, you're more successful than my playing career, and I played tall my entire life.
The best athlete's usually the shortstop.
Raj played short. 318 said, maybe a little late in the show for barbecue talk. A, hush your mouth.
Never too late for that.
Always time to talk barbecue.
We'll slam on the brakes, throw it in neutral.
Yeah.
Jack that sucker in reverse if we have to stop
no
the car.
doubt. And by the way, first-time texter, and I appreciate a first-time text.
Welcome to the jungle.
We've gotten a lot of first-time texts this week, which I'm happy about. Keep texting, everybody. Keep
the word
giving
is
us your
spreading
opinion.
about the Patrick Netherton show.
Napping with Netherton.
No kidding. That's what it felt like. 318
I'm starting
said,
to finally come out of it a little bit.
Maybe a little late in the show for barbecue talk, but what's your take on Naaman's in Texarkana? Okay, I've been to Naaman's once, so I don't want to pass a huge judgment on them.
Now, why won't he name it?
Naaman's.
And why won't he name it?
Not nameless, Naaman's.
Oh, I thought he was telling you to name it.
No, Naaman's.
Oh.
Naaman's barbecue. So my take on Naaman's is this: I thought it was good. I thought it was pretty good for Arkansas. I did not think it was great for Texas. And again, I've only been once. I do want to go back at some point in time because that, to me, going back is when I figure out if a place is any good. Because it can be a bad cook, it can be a bad day. You could get a bad piece of brisket. You could get a bad brisket on one day. You never know. And so I don't like to judge places just once. If I can get there multiple times, I will. It is definitely a place I need to go back to. Raj, I've been to Smokin' Jay's in Mendon now twice, so I can reasonably say that's a good barbecue place. I've been to Riverport Barbecue, 100 times. I can tell you it's the best barbecue within 45 minutes of here. Like I can reasonably tell you that. So, 318, I want to get back to it. I didn't think it was great. I thought it was good. I like where they were headed. I liked what they were doing. I didn't think it was just superb. But again, I've only been once, and so I always like to go back and try a place twice just so I can confirm because again, you can show up on a bad day. That's the thing, Raj. This place is cooked. The stuff is cooked in a lab somewhere and then shipped out and reheated the same way every time. You go to McDonald's, you're going to get a burger that tastes pretty much exactly the same every McDonald's you go to everywhere in the country because they're all seasoned the same. They're done in a factory and then they're sent out and then they're warmed up when they get to the place or whatever. There's no variety there. When you're cooking a brisket, you're cooking ribs. There's a lot of factors. Were they seasoned this time, or maybe did the seasoning not have the right blend of stuff? Was there too much seasoning on it for this go around? Was there not enough seasoning? How was the cook? Was it too humid and maybe that caused you to have a little too much humidity and it was overcooked? Was it too dry and it undercooked? Did the temperature hard to deal with? That's the thing with barbecue. It is something that you have to go out and conquer every single day of the that you're cooking. It is not it's not, once you've gotten the hang of it, it makes it easier, but every single day presents its own unique challenges from every other single day. And so that's why the guys that do it at the highest levels are impressive, because they are doing something that they're having to do something new or different, or having to adjust to something that they're not used to seemingly every single day. And that's what makes it a pretty cool deal. So yeah, I definitely want to go back to Naaman's and try it again and see what it's like, because I thought it was good, not great, when I went and had it the first time. Let's take a break. I know we got breaks to catch up on. Rod just giving me the stink eye over there. Or he's just looking at music and putting stuff in the log and, doesn't care at all about what I'm doing over here. It's the Patrick Netherton Show right here on 1130 The Tiger.
Whoa, whoa. When your world is full of strange arrangements and gravity won't pull you through.
1130 The Tiger, your home for LSU sports, powered by Jack Spring Electric.
Lloyd Nelson is on the phone from Red River Chevrolet. And Lloyd, for the longest, I knew you as Mr. Corvette. Well, now you're kind of like the pickup man at Red River Chevy.
I will tell you what, it's a great time to come by Red River Chevrolet and look at these brand new 2019 Chevy Silverado LT Crew Cabs. Two-wheel drive trucks are $10,500 off MSRP. And four-wheel drives are $11,000 off MSRP. We've got plenty in stock, but you better hurry to pick out your color.
And when I was there the other day, you mentioned to me that it's been a long time since we saw the Blazer, but the Blazer for 2019 is back and on fire.
Man, is it ever back, and it is one of the sweetest vehicles we've got. If you currently are driving a non-GM vehicle and you want to consider the 2019 Blazer, you need to get by here and test drive one. There's a Conquest program that will save you $5,000 off MSRP of a 2019 Blazer, and we got plenty to choose from.
Red River Chevrolet. Find new roads. I-20 at Traffic Street in Bossier City, or online at redriverchevy.com.
Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical, not for sale to minors. Website restricted to adults 21 and over.
Let's be real. Most smokers aren't looking for some overcomplicated vaping machine. That's why we created My Blue. My Blue is simple. Our pre-filled liquid pods mean there's no mess. One charge and My Blue lasts all day. And with our range of flavors and nicotine options, you have a choice. My Blue answers on what matters for smokers. Real nicotine satisfaction. And right now, try My Blue for $1 at select retailers or myblue.com.
In Louisiana, there are thousands of miles of utility lines and gas pipelines buried just beneath the surface, sometimes multiple lines in one area. So if you or a contractor you hire is digging a hole to put in a new fence or a pool or for any other reason, you run the risk of hitting underground lines even by digging just a few inches. And then what happens? Maybe you knock out power to your neighborhood, and sometimes it's even worse. Sometimes there's an explosion with injuries or possibly even death. It does happen every year, and there's a simple way to avoid it. Before you dig, call 811. That's right, just call 811 2 days before you dig and tell the operator your address. Someone will come out and mark the locations of the buried lines so you and your contractor can avoid them. It's simple, right? And it's free of charge. And it's the law. Louisiana One Call operates 811 as a public service, and to promote public safety, Louisiana One Call and 1130 The Tiger reminds you, call 811 and know what's below before you dig.
It's football season, and that means it's time for a little home cooking. Everyone's got their favorite home team, whether it's in high school football, college football, go Hogs, or it's the NFL. One of our favorite home teams, Bayou Bell Waste. C-Mac's in the house. What's up, buddy?
My wife would say go Cowboys. I say who dat. But when you think of hometown, think of the hometown dumpster service, Bayou Bell Waste. Right here in the Shreveport-Bossier area since 1997. If you need a dumpster, call the home team. Call Bayou Bell.
And speaking of home teams, does this mean we get to see Russell in a cheerleading outfit?
Absolutely.
Edge Concrete Cutting cuts concrete. Edge is expanding our team capabilities and our geographic reach. From Tyler, Texas to Vicksburg, Mississippi, and from Ashdown, Arkansas to Alexandria, Louisiana. Edge can handle your flat sawing, electrical slab sawing, core drilling, early entry sawing, concrete demo and removal. Call Edge Concrete Cutting at 925-3745. That's Edge Concrete Cutting at 925-DRILL.
DB is in the house. Actually, he's on the phone. What's up, Donnie Brewer?
Hey, what's going on?
Not much, man. So how's life like not being in the day-to-day operation of Brewer Quality Homes?
It's way better.
Bet so.
I really enjoy it.
I imagine. So not working is kind of a cool thing, huh?
Yeah, Nate's handled it, and I get to travel around and shoot birds and catch fish.
That's what it's all about. Brewer Quality Homes. Shooting birds, catching fish, not working. Let Nate Dizzle do the heavy lifting. Brewer Quality Homes.
Tiger weather now.
Well, a bump up in rain and thunderstorm chances will help to deliver some cooler temperatures as we make our way toward the end of this week. Sunshine hot today, 96. A fair sky tonight, low 73. Warm and humid tomorrow, scattered thunderstorms, high 94. A few thunderstorms on Thursday. Thursday's high in the upper 80s. Richard Wettig of the Weather Channel.
KWKH, Shreveport, Bossier City. 1130 The Tiger, Shreveport and Bossier's #1 sports station.
We're in the Stu studio. What DJ or radio personality has not made that joke? By the way, what is studio? Have we ever gotten to the bottom of that? Is that just a nonsense word? Like, what is... Raj, her name is Susudio? It's an odd name. That time her name is Susudio. I feel like I want to get to the bottom of this. You know where we're headed, Raj. You know we're headed to this. Susudio. All right, there you go. What is the meaning of Susudio, Raj? That's what we need to know. Wow, you're actually right. It is the name of a girl. Yeah, right, the city around San Antonio. According to Phil Collins, when he was on VH1 Storytellers, Susudio is an imaginary girl's name. The song is about having a crush on someone when you're young. He used Susudio as a name to encompass any girl. That, Raj, you know what I think about that? It's kind of dumb. I mean, if you're going to make up a name for a girl, make it a name that, make it something that sounds realistic. Don't make it Susudio.
I mean, like the knack went with my Sharona because his girlfriend's name was Sharona.
Right. I mean, Phil Collins, if you want to say it was, or pull the Carly Simon, just don't tell anybody who it is. And then
everybody knows who it is.
And then reveal, 50 years later that it's Warren Beatty, like everyone thought it was.
Because he was so vain, and he was.
Like everyone thought it was.
That's exactly right.
He probably thought that song was about him, Raj. He probably did.
Yeah, and he walked into the parlor like he was walking onto a yacht.
Yeah, the hat strategically placed above one eye.
Yeah, and his scarf, it was apricot.
I do like that commercial about the guy that's real fancy, and he said, "My ascot has an ascot."
Yes.
I don't remember what it's some sort of. Yeah. I don't remember what it's for, but
my ascot.
Yeah,
has an
I'm gonna say that is pretty amusing when his ascot had an ascot. That reminds me of the old DirecTV commercials with the Russian oligarch who had the little mini giraffe. He's like, "Opulence, I have it. I has it." Yeah, no, that's really good. It's the Patrick Netherton Show right here in 1130 The Tiger, doing what we do best. Stream of conscious. Wow, but try English next time. I think it's time to go home. Raj, do you have an 18-minute song we can play to get out of here? Get out of here.
I do have an all Texans access in 19 minutes. If you want me to just throw that puppy in.
Do we have Freebird? Can we play Freebird?
You know what? We can.
By the way, Raj and I were going somewhere. Where were we going, Raj? El Chico. We were going to eat at El Chico.
Yeah, and we were.
And Freebird came on
when we left the station.
Right, like it was literally as we got on to 3132 or 220 at that point.
And we were like, well, let's see if this thing.
This is pretty much going to take us. I think it was Walker. We were passing Walker Road when it came on.
Yeah, I was saying,
and that thing lasted all the way until we pulled into the parking lot of El Chico.
It dang sure did, buddy.
Freebird.
It dang sure did.
Raj, do you think the Saints use Taysom Hill more this week than they have in the past in terms of spelling Drew Brees at the quarterback position? Do you think he's going to be a more integral part of the game plan this week?
Not like what I think a lot of people think, especially the people that think that, Bridgewater's a hot mess.
Right.
I think Sean Payton will stay steady with Bridgewater, and he will keep Taysom in his package deal. Yes, maybe he gets a few more.
Yeah.
but don't expect all of a sudden Teddy in one play, Taysom in another. Teddy in one, that's not going to happen.
You know what I need one time, Raj?
What's that, big fella?
I need Bridgewater in the shotgun. I need Taysom Hill next to him as the running back.
You know what? Because remember, we've seen Drew line up at wide receiver while
I need to see that.
How about Taysom in the backfield with Teddy right there by him?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, zone read with those two.
And then let Taysom throw
it. He can go throw it, or he can run it.
He can run it.
Yeah, I'd love to see them.
Or he can pitch it back to Teddy.
Yeah, I'd love to see the two of them.
And then Teddy, it's going to turn into Russell Westbrook, James Harden. Here.
Yeah.
Here.
Who's going to take the last shot?
The quarterback stack.
That's right. No, I would love to see them in the backfield together. And do some zone read, because you could literally, like you said, you could literally do a read option flea flicker if you wanted to. Like, think about this, Raj. Think about the options you could put on the table if you're the Saints in this regard. All right. First option is you're handing it to Taysom Hill. All right, and he's going to run the ball, let's say, over left tackle. Second option is Teddy keeps it. He goes out to the right. He can maybe run with it a little bit. He's not the fastest guy in the world, but he could certainly make a few yards on that. Third option is you hand it to Taysom. He turns around and flips it back to Bridgewater for a flea flicker. Fourth option is Teddy can
throws it back to Taysom on our out route.
Yeah, Teddy can keep off the read option, and then he can throw to the outside if he can't find a place to run. Fifth option is, as you said, he flea flicks it back to Teddy. Teddy can now throw it back to Taysom Hill on the out route or another route down the field that he might find.
Or if the offensive lineman has trouble, you got Taysom in as an extra blocker for Teddy to give him maybe that few more seconds that he needs to make that decision he doesn't make as quick as Drew, which everybody knows.
Right. Well, and again, I'm legitimately curious what he'll look like this week because, again, it's a good offense. A good defense. Seattle's a great defense. So start there. And understand you're going against two really good defenses the next 2 weeks in Seattle and Dallas. That's going to be tough. But what I need to see from Teddy Bridgewater is I need to see him making decisive choices, that when he gets back there, he goes through his progressions, and then when he finds whatever he wants to find, he needs to let it go. He just needs to rip it. Or as Joe Tessitore says 51 times a game, he drives it in there. I hate talking. I don't like bad mouthing other play-by-play guys, but Tessitore's kind of gotten on my nerves a little bit. That being said, I need Teddy Bridgewater to be more decisive this week. I need him to look at what he's looking at.
And I think you're going to see that.
And I think you will. And again, he's going to get a ton more reps.
A week with the ones. You're out on the West Coast. No distractions. Your whole team has a chance now to get over the shock. And speaking of the shock of Drew Brees' injuries, I don't know if you saw, he is scheduled for the thumb surgery tomorrow. He had the second opinion, and apparently he's going to go with the first Dr. Shine to do the thumb surgery tomorrow. So Drew Brees is having the thumb surgery tomorrow,
Come on, Rod,
Wednesday.
You missed the opportunity.
And no, I'm not going to do that.
No, you got to.
We did it yesterday.
No, you got to. You missed the opportunity to pull out one of the great old Rodney Dangerfield jokes of all time. Drew went in for a second opinion. He said, "Yeah, you're ugly too." One of the great Rodney Dangerfield jokes of all time.
And a bowl of soup comes with that hat too.
Yeah, exactly. You get a bowl of soup with that thing.
Oh, it looks good on you.
I can't do a Dangerfield impression. I don't have that in my repertoire. So, but yeah, that was always his thing. I went to the doctor. He said you got 3 months to live. I went for a second opinion. He said, "Yeah, you're ugly too." That became Dice Clay all of a sudden. I don't know why.
It did.
I'm surprised it didn't turn into Yoda because all my impressions seem to turn into Yoda
Me
at some point.
Dangerfield, take me wife, please. You are. Take my wife, you will. What? Huh? What?
Yeah. Or it becomes Gonzo.
Yeah.
Near, far.
So it becomes Boomer and Gonzo.
Yeah, Boomer and Gonzo coming up
next from 5 to 6.
Coming up in a few minutes. Boomer and Gonzo, by the way. So I need to see Bridgewater being a little bit more decisive, but I just want to counsel everyone to relax a little bit. In the immortal words of Aaron Rodgers, RELAX, all right? Just relax. It's week 2. Okay? Bridgewater is not going to be the worst quarterback in the league when he runs out there this next week. Okay? He'll be a competent quarterback. The Saints still have a very good defense. They proved that against the Rams. Should have scored a touchdown. And obviously the officials took that away from them. Dak Prescott is not the greatest quarterback in the history of the game. The Cowboys aren't going 16-0. They played 2 games against inferior competition. Relax. Will Dak make money? More than likely, yeah. He's had a really good look. He's had a great season so far. And here's the thing. It ain't getting any tougher this week when they take on the Dolphins. I mean, the 65% of the survivor pool people are taking the Cowboys over the Dolphins this week. And I have a feeling the Dolphins are going to be the number 1 picked against team the rest of the season.
That's what most people have said they're doing this Texas end.
So,
but here's my deal.
They're going to win
Dolphins
one.
May win one.
They're going to win one somewhere.
It'd be so sweet if it was this week.
That'd be funny.
Oh, and knock out all those people in the survivor so I can head toward that money.
That'd be, yeah. Raj either needs to win. This is what Raj wants. Raj either wants to win the whole thing or be eliminated in week 1.
And I've won 2 weeks in a row, so now I'm kind of getting my third win.
You're getting the 4th win?
I want to go with the Dallas pick, but I know that's going to snake bite me, and I'm not going to get kicked out of this damn thing because of the Cowgirls.
There you go. Good for you, Raj. By the way, I'm also somewhat surprised that the Saints-Seahawks line's only 4.
You think it'll...
I mean, you think it would go up, but...
And why do you think that is? Because Seattle's not as good as they are, but
I think
still that 12th man stadium worries the crap out of me.
Honestly, I think Vegas... I think Vegas thinks the Saints are better, even with Bridgewater, than a lot of people think they are. Because, again, you have a scenario whereby the Saints your backups don't have a chance to practice. They just don't. They don't have a chance to go. And so because of that, you bring a backup into that situation, and they're going to be completely underprepared for it. No matter how many mental reps they get, they have not taken physical reps. And that's what they need in that situation. And so all the mental reps in the world are not going to make it work for them. All right, one last story after this break, Raj. One last story. I want to tell you about what went down at halftime in Houghton. Now, I'm not saying this. I'm not dogging anybody for it. To me, it was hilarious, okay? And so this story is great of what happened in our halftime show at Houghton. We'll be back.